What's up guys, One Koala Man here, aka Josh, bringing you episode 1 of our Fairy Tail review of episode 1 of Fairy Tail. And in this episode, I'm just going to discuss, what it's been about, what I think about it, what I think about the characters, I want you guys to involve yourselves in this in the comments down below, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so before we start, I gotta say one thing. I am using, my little notes. I wrote down notes when I was watching it because I didn't want to forget anything while, we're discussing it. So I apologize if I keep looking left and right and left and right. It's just because I'm looking at the notes and seeing what I missed and what I need to go over. So this starts in the Kingdom of Fiore, which has 17 million people inhabiting it, between people, like regular civilians like you and myself, and wizards. So the story starts off in the port town of Hargion, and our buddies Natsu and Happy are on a train. Natsu, surprisingly, being the hero and all, he looks like the hero, so he's got to have some sort of flaw, and his flaw is he's very, very hypersensitive to motion, so he gets pretty sick, and apparently he gets sick of just thinking of being on a vehicle or whatever. It's pretty funny. So Natsu and Happy are on this train to Hargion because they're trying to find this guy, Salamander, who they believe is their friend Igneal. But it turns out later on in the story, Igneal is not a man, he is a dragon, and I guess apparently dragons, share the land with humans and the wizards along on this Kingdom of Fiore. So moving on from Natsu and Happy, we go and meet a girl named Lucy, who happens to be a celestial wizard, which means she has these keys on a little key ring on her hip or whatever, waist, skirt, whatever you want to call it. And these keys open doors apparently to other worlds, and other spirits apparently come through those worlds to help Lucy. And Lucy goes to a store and to find some sort of magic, and the clerk says there's not really magic in Hargion, so he shows her this little color thing that changes the colors of your clothes, and I was kind of skeptical about that. That's kind of dumb, in my opinion. But if you think that's pretty cool, I mean, that's all you go for it. But she sees a key of a little, a little triangle dog thing. She really wants it, and it's, 20,000 jewel, which apparently is a currency. And so she tries to get a discount by using her looks to try and sway the clerk, and she gets a discount of 1,000 jewels, so she ends up paying 19,000 jewel. So after that's all said and done, Lucy overhears people talking about this salamander that is visiting Hargion, and she goes bananas thinking that this guy is Salamander from Fairy Tail. So she gets super excited, and she goes down to where the crowd is, and it's a bunch of teenage overzealous girls going bonkers over this guy, and apparently he's like some ladies' man. And then coincidentally, Natsu and Happy come, and they say, "Who is this guy?" And then all the girls start flipping out and beat up on Natsu. So then they leave, and Lucy feels like she's falling in love with this guy, but she doesn't know why. And then later on she figures out that this guy has a love spell that lets people fall in love with them. Anyways, after the debacle with Natsu, Lucy, and Happy against Salamander, the three of them go off to a restaurant, meet each other, like officially meet each other. And turns out, shockingly, Natsu is a pig, and he loves to eat and eat and eat. Same with Happy, he loves to eat, but he's a cat, so he loves fish apparently. So after they say their goodbyes, Lucy's walking around the the sidewalks of Hargion, and she runs into Salamander, or Salamander runs into her because he's creeping on her or whatever, and he says how beautiful she is, and how he's in Fairy Tail and he can give in a good word to put her in Fairy Tail. And so she agrees, and he's having a party on his boat or his yacht or ship or whatever, and he invites Lucy, and Lucy reluctantly says okay, because she's like really stoked about being a Fairy Tail wizard. And then after he leaves, she realizes, oh, he got me again with that stupid potion. So on the boat, Lucy's, she's having an alright time, and then the salamander comes, and he's all touchy-feely with Lucy, and he tries to, wow her with, this floating drink or whatever, and, like, the splashes of it, like, slowly go towards Lucy, and he literally tries to roofie Lucy. Like, are you serious? He tries to roofie her, and she obviously knows better, so she smacks the splashes of water out, and the salamander's men start coming out from the doors and whatnot, and they have women slinged over their shoulders like a sack of potatoes, and they roofied every single girl on this boat. I don't know why they did, I don't know how they did, but they roofied every single one of these girls. I don't know what they were going to do with them afterwards. And then all the men were starting to circle around Lucy, and then lo and behold, our good friend Natsu comes flying in the boat through the roof. Of course, has to destroy something, and he starts fighting them, but he notices he's on a boat, so the boat tilts a little bit, and he just automatically gets sick. Just starts, kneeling down on the ground and gets super sick. And I think that's good, because he's like the hero, so he should have a flaw of some sort. So as Natsu and Salamander's men are trying to, fight, Happy, sprouts some wings and picks up Lucy, and they leave the boat through the giant hole in the roof that Natsu made. So they're flying over the water, and then Happy's wings give out and they disappear. Apparently his magic ran out or whatever. So they fall in the water, and Lucy, gets an idea. She's like, hey, we're in water, I could do something. So she grabs one of her keys, and, what's she do? She, slams the key into the water, and then, opens the door to Aquarius, which is also the Zodiac. So is there foreshadowing? I don't know. But, and then Aquarius is some mermaid. Happy gets super excited because he thinks it's fish, and apparently, obviously not, it's not fish. And she comes out, and Lucy says, okay, Aquarius, now, get rid of them. And Aquarius obviously doesn't like Lucy, so she gives her a little attitude, and she then uses her, she has a vase of some sorts, and she, uses water from it, kind of like Gaara from Naruto, using the sand in his gourd. But, she uses his vase and shoots out, a bunch of water and, controls all the water. And apparently, after all said and done, and the boat's destroyed on the shore, Aquarius says, oh, I wasn't aiming for that. And she was apparently aiming for Lucy. And then Aquarius says something. She says, oh, I'm sorry, I have to go back. I'm on a date with my boyfriend, and he's hot. And, she rubs in that Lucy doesn't have a boyfriend, and it just cracks me up. So on the shore, Natsu and Salamander end up fighting because Natsu overheard that Salamander claimed to be a part of Fairy Tail, which was the most powerful guild in all of Fiore, according to a famous magazine, Sorcerer Weekly. Ugh, can't say that. But yeah, and he says, I've never seen you before. Not that cool though, but he starts yelling I've never seen you before. And he rips off his own clothes and reveals that he's got, tattoo or emblem or marking of Fairy Tail. And so he starts fighting, and they start going back and forth at it, back and forth. And just like any other, good hero in a anime or a movie or a cartoon or short, whatever, Natsu gets this unimaginably power surge, going through him. And then he does his Fire Dragon Roar, which actually looks pretty cool, honestly. And he shoots the fire and blows this guy away, along with half the town, of course. And the battle pretty much ends. So after all is said and done between Natsu and Salamander, turns out Natsu is Salamander. So I still don't understand what the deal was, why they were trying to find Salamander or what. I don't know. I'm still clueless. If you understand what that meant, leave that down in the comments below, please, because I'm still having a little bit of trouble. But anyways, after all said and done, Lucy, Natsu, and Happy make amends, and, Natsu says, you wanted to join Fairy Tail, right? To Lucy, and, she of course said yeah, and he's like, well, yeah, come on, let's go. I'm in Fairy Tail. I'll get you in Fairy Tail. And so that ends the episode. So yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I can't wait for Lucy to be a fairy tale wizard. You know, see what she's got to offer to the plate. Well, there it is for you guys, our first episode of our first review of episode 1. Or is that, I don't know, is that right? Oh, you know what I mean. So it's our first episode, so leave a like if you enjoyed, hit that red subscribe button so you know when I upload a video for you guys, and follow me on Twitter. My link will be in the description below, and in the comments leave what were your thoughts of the episode. What did you like, what did you dislike? You know, let's get in a discussion about it. And for the question, there's going to be a question of the day regarding to each episode, really, and it involves the magic. If you were in this world of Fiore, what magic would you want to do, and why? Like why? Just give a short, you know, little description of why you want to be a water wizard or something. I would personally want to do water because, I mean, come on, that's awesome. Who wouldn't want to control water? I almost forgot to say my goodbyes, guys. I apologize for that. But anyways, until next time, I'll see you guys later.